So, Nyx and Anemone, through both magic and a magical item, have gained access to the roofs of the city underneath this massive glacier and are now tracking these small oblong markings that they were seeing through the monocle they obtained from the kobolds. So,
Can I examine the footprints on monocle and like get a frame of reference for the size of the creature? Is it another lizard?
you can go ahead and it's going to be a survival check because you're trying to gauge by hunting means almost. So long as y'all are within range of each other, you're within 4 or 5 feet of each other, I'll say y'all can share the spectacle without having to tell me who's holding it. But I will assume otherwise that an enemy has it until otherwise.
That's fair. It's hers, and she's probably keeping a good.
Oh yeah, no, I will hold it to her face, but not actually give it to her.
That's a smart way to be.
You can't really make anything out, but you can tell whatever it is probably has a long gait because it's, and then probably another 10 feet, another 10 feet.
Yeah.
Another 10 feet.
It's big. So it's big. It's large. Okay.
Which would be awkward for something on the roofs that y'all are on. Because again, you probably only have really 2 to 3 foot clearance.
Or under like the jump spell.
How high is it?
Semi-flightless.
The roofs are just a little ways underneath this glacial ceiling. So if you're having to almost not necessarily crouch, but kind of get down low as you're moving across these ceilings, with maybe a foot or two of clearance above you before the glacial bottom.
I'm like 6 feet, so it's probably a little bit more of like a.
Yeah.
I'm walking perfectly fine. I'm like
Nyx
barely
is
5 foot.
prancing underneath with clearance. Okay.
I'm still bobbing. I'm just like beep 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 beep.
Right. And again, the roofs are all made of thatch and materials that aren't really. They don't need a roof. They don't have weather down here, but they just need something to keep the glacial droppings from getting inside their houses.
Drip.
So what's the plan?
That's fair. So do we keep tracking this thing, or maybe should we?
I need to move your camera. Just look at the top of your head, Jade. 1 second.
I see it.
You started sitting kind of low, so you were like down here. All I saw was that. Wait a minute. All right. Situation remedy. I'm gonna.
I mean, honestly, it's super fitting for Nyx. Let's just be honest. Super. Oh, we lost Jade again.
We lost her.
No!
This night is out to curse us. I swear.
This night is cursed. This is what we get for using a different streaming video.
I'm gonna get a Zoom account. Sponsor. I'm gonna get a Zoom account. Or sponsor us, Zoom.
Sponsor us, Zoom.
I shill. I am willing to shill.
We have many less technical issues with Zoom.
Zoom runs smooth.
Zoom runs smoothly.
Oh.
Just like you want all of your work and meetings to go.
There's our pitch.
You scared me away with your mockery of my very tall, tiny window. There was only so much I could do.
All we can see is the top of your head. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh my god, you have a Canada jewelry holder. It's Canada.
Canada. It's a maple
My
leaf.
jewelry
It's
holder.
Canada. It's a maple leaf. Canada.
It's actually a spoon holder, and I just like screwed in some jewelry holders, and I love it so much. It's my pride and joy.
I'm here for it all day, every day. Loving it.
It's great.
Canada.
I love that I did it. It's so useful. I cannot. Oh, I don't know how I held my necklaces and many bracelets before. This guy. All you can see is the crack in my thing. I have a good background. Look at it. It's flowers. You can't even see them. It's the stupid.
You'll eventually get this.
Just go without me. I'm just Wobbles City.
All right. Does an enemy have a plan for how she's going to approach the situation? Because you get a feeling walking across these statues will be somewhat troublesome.
May I try and figure out where beams are that theoretically could support weight, and I would like to try to parkour.
All right. Give me an investigation check first, and then a parkour.
Parkour! This is going to be so
parkour.
bad.
In athletics.
4!
Ooh, okay.
Acrobatics.
Now give me an acrobatics, yes.
But I got a natural 20 on my acrobatics.
So your first round of thinking is, okay, it makes sense for the beam to be there, and the weight-bearing beam to be there, so I'll just do this. And as you go, you realize as soon as you feel the thatch give way, that would be elven architecture. No clue who built this thing, so the beam might be elsewhere. But all that almost in a moment of sudden inspiration, you put your hand out, grab the correct beam, and move yourself forward without falling, saving yourself the last minute from going through someone's roof and probably interrupting their dinner.
Be careful. Not elven architecture.
What?
Just be careful. It's not elven
What?
design, and just be careful. Just be careful.
Sorry, what? I've already jumped.
So give me an acrobatics. All right.
It's what I deserve.
So you jump.
While she's in midair, can I cast? Well, as a reaction, I guess, can I cast Enhance Ability and give her Cat's Grace?
Yes. Okay.
Just because I just don't trust her not to.
That's fair. So you see that as she bounds forward, she is heading straight to where you stepped earlier, which is going to guarantee that she's going to go straight down into this building. So go ahead and narrate for me how it looks when, as like a last ditch effort, you're like, no, and cast Cat's Grace to give her a second chance at this athletics check.
So I see her start to fall, and I just reach out, like, because I have a much larger arm span, and I like touch her like tail or hoof or something, just as she starts to fall, and like a purple glow will start to encompass her, and I'm just gonna and it's like you see my necklace, this little half moon crystal start to grow, like glow as well in this purple. Because I'm using that as an arcane focus or a divine focus. And just like basically barely touch her, and then she's able to basically re-roll that because you get it at advantage. Any dex checks you get advantage on for the next hour, as long as I'm concentrating on this.
So as she brushes your hoof, you manage to almost catch yourself. You hit the same beam she found earlier, and bound to the other side of the roof. Perception checks.
Perception checks.
Good.
19.
So y'all still got a clear spot on these dots. You see they lead across a few more roofs. Y'all already kind of gotten down the way to step on these without falling through the ceiling. After y'all's first experience, you've learned to look for this particular beam in these structures. You eventually get to the end of these roofs, and you're to what can best be considered an open marketplace. There's a well that's been built into the ceiling. I'm gonna say I like that idea, up into the glacier, where they're filtering water down and able to bring it out of this pail. And you see several fruit vendors around in the area. Actual fruit vendors, not the gentleman earlier who tried to sell you the little fetishes.
Not fruit.
Fuck that guy.
Y'all turn against that guy real quick. Go ahead and give me another investigation check here, or a perception, as you no longer see any more spots. Y'all are good at this. Detectives. Y'all are detectives. Little rebellious, chaotic detectives.
We need to come up with a clever rogue detection agent. A clever nickname for ourselves. That's not Chaos Crew. That's a Critical Role thing.
Yeah. We're NA. We're NA Investigations.
Nah. Nah, just in
Narcotics
case.
Anonymous.
No, no, that's even worse. I like nah. Like, hey, can you help me? Can you help me solve this
Nah.
mortar? Nah.
No.
Nah is on the
NA, 'cause
case.
it's Nyx,
Nah.
Nyx and an enemy. It's
Nah.
not anyone. Like NA. Like
Yeah. Not applicable.
yeah.
Nah.
Not applicable.
Not available.
Nah.
Just-
Nada.
Who's on the? Do you have anyone on the
Nix
case?
anemone.
Nah. No one.
Nada.
No. Nah. Nada. Nada.
Yeah, it's on the
Nada.
case.
Nyx Anemone Detection Agency. Nada.
Nada. We're nada.
Nada is on the case. No one is on the. No, Nada is on the case. No,
Nada. On
Nada.
the case. You haven't heard of them? They're a sub-designation with the NOS crew, and they're very good at finding some stuff and then stabbing things with it.
Personal note for me.
I want to say while we're going over the roof, we're building our own detective agency. So you want to
We're
split
so
for the
good at this.
licensing?
We are so good at this. Like,
Just the best.
I just don't
I
understand
mean,
why
we're going to find all the stuff, and then we're going to
find all
kill
these
all the
things.
people. I mean,
we're going to
not
come
kill
back
all
and we're
the
going to
people,
say, hey guys, what did you do with your time on the planet? We made
bet
some
you-
money, established a detection agency, and became fast friends. If you tell anyone else we're
Sure.
friends, though, I will stab you.
That's absolutely fair, and it's what I love best about you as your best friend. And as my best friend, you acknowledge
I mean,
that.
I think best friend is a little. It's a little.
Best friends. I've already
Little-
made the necklaces. I like pull out best friends necklaces, and they have our names on them.
Oh, but you see, I'm already wearing a necklace, and this is from my goddess.
It's okay.
So
You can wrap it
I,
around your wrist, and it's a bracelet.
why don't you hold on to that until we get to the ship, and then we'll exchange
Sure.
friend gifts in the med bay. When we're,
I thought I'd put it on her
when we're
wrist.
looking
I mean, that's a pretty. I don't think you do.
I don't
you
do it.
you see a chance to do it, but an enemy's like ready and just like moves your hand, and you're just gonna like throwing the bracelet down and picking it back up.
I said we'll do this on the ship when I'm looking at you for sweaty hooves.
Okay.
Sweaty hooves. Anyways, back to the perception investigation y'all made. Investigation, Nyx. You were able to put it together that if there's no markings where you are, then obviously wherever it jumped from here, it may have landed and hasn't left this area yet.
It's here.
At that realization, an enemy, you spot. Let me see, how high was your perception? You spot what appears to be a ball of eyeballs.
Oh, fuck.
It blinks for just a moment in this carriage of watermelon-like fruits. They look like large watermelons, but they're striped horizontally in orange and black with big leafy greens on one side. And when this ball of eyes closes, it almost matches these fruits being kind of black and orange itself as the carriage begins to take off and head down the road.
Oh no. Okay. All right. There.
So we just watch that happen, right? We're just we're
Yes.
fine with-
See. And actually, as the carriage
I'm writing
moves,
down.
there is one more thing I do need to check.
Fuck.
Well, we're not supposed to fight it. We're just supposed to know where it
We're
is.
supposed to
and go
track
what
it
is.
and learn more about it, and I don't have locate object prepared.
And that's
Fine.
going to be...
It's fine.
It wild magic, didn't it?
All right.
It wild magic.
Tell me it turned something into a plant.
As it rolls off, you see a random other cart. Something like ricochets off of a nearby fruit vendor's stage. It hits a tomato and then shoots off with the tomato, and you imagine that it would have destroyed that tomato after you see what it did to the wheel of another carriage nearby. Ricochets off the tomato, hits the wheel, and then the wheel just explodes. The fruit vendor turns around just in time to see his wheel decimated. As he speaks an unknown language and
tomatoes!
begins trying to work on his carriage. My cabbages! Oh god, the cabbage guy.
Tomatoes!
He's
The cabbage
transcendent.
guy. Oh, he's trending right now. Did you hear about that?
No.
No. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's later.
We'll talk about that later.
That's later. It's interesting
Later.
We are distracted far too easily. Okay, so we see my tomatoes in an unknown language.
though. Yeah. And
But
then
I would
the
like
carriage
to
rolls off.
if possible, I would like to try and see as far as I can where that watermelon-ish pumpkin carriage is going.
All right. So you're trying to guesstimate where it might be heading.
I'm trying to figure out.
Give me an investigation.
Fuck. 7.
Yeah, it could be heading anywhere. The road weaves ahead and it still goes through several other market districts you can see as there's just more covered stalls going down this road.
All right, so maybe
Can I give her the help action?
Yes.
Be like, you can do this. I believe in you.
Let's go ahead.
All right. I'll try again.
It's like,
That's worse.
like she goes, you can do this. You're like, right, and as you look back, the carriage is gone.
All right. So maybe we just get down there and we ask about the weird watermelon pumpkins,
Cabbages.
and find out where those are sold and where that guy was going. Maybe we just go down and ask people about that and don't buy anything or lick things. Idea. Throwing it out there. I know it's a little...
But I'm not washing the blood off.
No. We can leave the blood on, I guess. Just, I mean, maybe, it's a possibility if we don't lick things or eat things. Maybe I'll wear the
I
bracelet.
look dead in your eye, and I drop
Maybe I'll
to
wear
the
the
ground,
bracelet.
and I roll in the roofs are made out of, straw and stuff, right?
Yeah, mix of some are stone, most are straw or thatch, stuff like that.
I roll in the thatch, so I'm dirty, a child, and got blood on myself.
Okay. So what's y'all's plan again?
We're gonna talk to people. We're gonna look to
And
see
to
where
do
those
that,
things
you're
are
covering
sold.
yourself in thatch and blood.
Well, I already had blood, but now there's dirt as well, so maybe they'll think it's all dirt instead of blood.
I'd love to say I follow you, but
I'm just dirty. I'm
dirty.
just dirty now.
Okay. All right.
I can't lick things because I'm dirty now.
And how far down is it?
Y'all would have no problem descending. All these buildings are at max 2 stories, and again, all the alleyways are filled with debris and refuse and stuff like that. So crawling down,
I
finding
very
an option down is not
nonchalantly
too
walk
rough.
down the side of a wall.
Parkour down. I'm gonna parkour down.
All right.
No, I walk.
Give me investigations as you ask around for where those watermelon things are.
Oh no!
Oh man.
What a time to roll bad.
Yeah, y'all are starting to lose the favor of the die.
No, I have a +6.
Shoot.
I have a +0, so my investigation. Look, I'm not the investigator of our detection agency. I'm the seer, and I'm the talking to people person. This is supposed to be what you do.
I have a +6. I rolled a 5. I got nothing.
If I'm trying to whisper, can I whisper a roll to myself? Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
GM roll.
Forward
/ GM roll space, then whatever
and
you
then
roll.
then the equation for the die. All right.
And then we just won't look at Twitch.
Yes. Avoid Twitch. All right. Okay. So, y'all try asking information. You're getting a lot of people who have no clue what you're talking about. Most of them are speaking odd dialects from what their normal dialects would be, just because of how mixed the cultures are in this area. So no luck on y'all's first round of investigations. You can make another round of investigations or choose another action. It's up to you. But either way,
I draw a picture. I needed a picture anyways of what the fruit looks like. I draw a picture of the fruit. I'm gonna try using the picture.
Is Nix an artist?
Nope.
Yeah. That's what I wanted.
So yeah. I do not know.
It's a fruit. It's
I-
a fruit.
I would like to try and
Okay.
listen. Is anyone speaking more of an understandable Elvish or a primordial language?
Give me a perception.
20.
Ooh.
You do see some town guard nearby of the weave that would likely speak Elven.
Okay. I would like to kind of like pretty my hair as it's floating around me, because that's what it does. I'm just gonna walk up. Hello. Question. I'm new. I'm saying all of this in Elvish. I'm new to this part. To this planet. We're just visiting. We're with Knots. Stopping off, rest. I saw these very interesting looking, they were like orange, like watermelon type looking thing, and I really wanted to try one. I saw a cart go by here, and I was looking to try and purchase some for the ship. I know our cook, and I'll kind of like wave over my shoulder, but not to anyone specifically because I don't want them to necessarily see next.
Wave.
Just our cook would love to try some new delicacies. Do you happen to know where that cart might have gone, or where it might have been going to sell its wares?
You can't get a fix on the guard's face necessarily. They're wearing a light armor with like a full mask that has kind of like a golden floral pattern out of metal on it. But he does go in Ellen. Yes, I believe he sells 2 markets down under the next well. He'll hit that one up, and another one a little further north, and then he'll circle back around this way until he's sold out.
Thank you so much. I very much appreciate your time. And then I will just kind of bring up my horn of silent alarm and just go to kind of signal the Nyx, since she's heard it before. Time to go.
I think you might be muted, Jade. I think you're muted. I didn't hear you. Do you hear her, Alaina?
I can't hear you. Is it a microphone thing, or because you're muted in Discord? Nope. Nope. Log out and come back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Zoom account. I feel like I have to, just for situations like this.
Yeah. If you're talking, we can't hear you yet.
I haven't started talking.
There we go. Now we hear you.
Okay. Discord don't like me.
Apparently not.
Well, I'll get
I was
Zoom
not joking about that.
I'll get Zoom tomorrow so that we don't have to worry about this with tomorrow's session. I kind of forgot that you had problems with Discord. No, it's fine. It's something I think I need to do anyways, because it's reliable. It's more reliable than Discord. So
Discord just does not like me, and as much as I'm very much enjoying the very nice camera quality here, Discord just is not. And
yeah, it's fair.
It does so much nice stuff on top of all of the other stuff that.
Yeah, I do like the backgrounds too that Zoom offers.
Yeah,
so
it's very cool.
Currently, as the only one with the background, because I have a physical and reality background, fine with it.
I like your floral background.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's you.
I wish I had like a galaxy thing, or at least I was considering getting just curtains so you could do whatever you wanted if you wanted to.
I could, yeah. Yeah. Let's get back to the game. We'll talk about that later. So y'all don't have a heading.
Like, trapped someone.
Yeah, we have a heading. So yeah. I'll kind of use this horn of silent alarm to call Nyx to me, and then kind of just stop walking forward a little to be kind of out of necessarily sight. And I'll once Nyx is up, I'm like, all right, we've got a direction. We got to go 2 markets over near the well, and that's where he should have been headed. So if we can make haste and hurry, we might be able to get there first. He sells until he's out.
I'm like, I'll race you, and I bolt.
All right, well, I can't keep up, and I guess I'll start running.
Right.
I see that you can't keep up, and I stop, and I start prancing in place waiting for you.
I'm going to not breathe to try and make it easier to run, if that makes sense. So instead of having to, it's more just like.
Okay. Give me investigation. I'm going to see if y'all can kind of cut him off at the pass here.
Oh no. 9!
Yes.
Luckily, Nyx was ahead of you, and because of her movement speed,
Yeah, she is.
and y'all were able to find a hook around to kind of head him off the pass. So you actually get to this drop well, similar to the other one, as he's rolling in. Give me perception checks.
19!
Excellent. Where that ball of eyes was, he is no longer there. It's no longer there.
All right. So somewhere between there and here, he's gone. So I would like to, now that we know he's not in the cart anymore, I'm going to hold up the healing.
All right.
Whatever.
You do see the red marking in the cart. Give me another perception. All right, actually, give me an investigation as you look the way the cart came from.
Red
means he was
meant something.
hurrying. 8.
I give you the help action. Like you can.
I don't think help action works like bardic inspiration. But...
Well, I guess actually what I would do is
Okay,
I can't
action
see it.
is- My help action is I start pulling on her shoulder, be like, let me see.
I
let me
like
see,
that.
let me
I
see."
like
And
that.
she like pulls me, and I'm like, oh, wait a second.
No,
Okay.
come on, I want a turn.
You see
And I like somehow point you in the right direction.
It's the unhelp action.
the
It's the
unhelp
little sister help action.
the helpless action. You see another red mark like on the corner of this door going into a house, and or rather a structure, cobblestone walls, a single opening for a door with two very narrow windows. There's no thatch roof on this one. This one just seems to have a slate of stone laid on top, and there is smoke, not like evidence of a fire, but more like evidence of cooking, just pouring out of the door of this building.
Oh, all right. I will
Okay.
very kindly kind of walk up. Is the door? Is the door open? Does it look like a shop of some kind, or is it like a residential home kind of looking place?
It does not look like a shop. You see what appears to be an elderly woman chopping up various vegetables on a table, and then behind her you see this swirling pot that's been placed on a fire to boil, and you see the creature kind of poke its head up out of the pot, look around, and sink back into the water.
Okay. I would like to kind of gently knock on the door. Hello. And I guess I'll say it in Elvish, and then Common, and then Primordial, depending on how quickly she responds to each language. Hello.
The Elvish, she just picks up her head and goes back to chopping. The Common, though, she does respond to, "We're not a business."
Oh no, ma'am. Sorry, I saw just a quick
Can I
thing.
talk to you for just a second? Just a quick
Yeah.
second.
I just have a quick question. We're new to town, you see, and we're a little lost. So just looking for some directions, and we wondered if we might be able to take on the kindness of your soul.
Stay outside the door. What you looking for? Where you looking to go?
Yes. So we're actually working with the city guard. We're looking for some kobolds, and I think we got turned around to the wrong market. And I'll ask for directions to the marketplace we were in initially. All while holding this lens up to my eye and focusing on the pot.
She goes, "It's out there." Further down, she points to the left, the direction you came from. You see again that there's now this yellow mark that's going around the edge of the pot where this ball of eyes has kind of been moved around due to the stirring of the water. Just beyond that, you see a window into a back alley, and you see two reptilian clawed hands come up around the ledge, and a kobold head peek over. And then
Ma'am,
you see another kobold head behind that one.
I'm going to ask you very kindly to get down, and I'm going to get out my crossbow bolt and shoot at one of the kobolds.
Oh, right. Oh.
Can I
And I'm literally going
dash?
to push her down as I shoot.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you'd be able to dash. I guess both you roll initiative real quick, and then we'll have y'all take y'all's actions. That is.
I was really hoping for another natural 20. I was like, can we just get it all in one session? Just get the alert in one
Just
session.
get the whole
Too
feat in
bad,
one
too
go.
bad.
Jeez.
And just, hey, a girl can have a pipe dream, okay?
All right. Okay, so we got. Did it re-edit y'all's? Oh, I gotta delete y'all from the thing up here. But I can just edit the numbers. Nyx with a 15. And an enemy with a. I'm finally able to say your name without having to think about it for too long.
Anemone.
Every time I hear it, I still think of like this underwater and
Technically in the Greek. In the original Greek, it means wind.
No, that's fair. Just every time, see an anemone.
Cinnamony. Oof. I'm glad I'm not on the PC side today. My rolls are low.
They're not having a good day.
I would be day-old. Ha! And one last. Y'all are free to look at the rolls in chat again, by the way. The countdown.
Holy!
The countdown is no longer present. Also, I wanted you to see that 22.
I didn't. Yeah, I was watching it come up, and I was like, that 22. I was just like, oh. Did we at least get a surprise round?
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a surprise round. Well, then again, no. This all happened kind of at once. So
I feel like they saw us coming, so that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like they saw us.
y'all kind of he lifts up, looks at the window, and kind of sees you.
Do I get my crossbow shot off before he's able to do anything? Since I was just like, get down.
Yeah.
It's okay if you say no. I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna say no. I'd like this one to be. I feel like y'all all saw each other
Just
about
a
the
flat.
same time, but I will say your command to the old lady to get down. She is able to act. And she does listen to you. She does get down.
That's good.
As the kobold acts, wherever he be.
Wherever he may be.
Well, that be my kobold sheet.
Whatever he made.
Stop hiding. There we go. All right. And he takes out a sling. He's actually going to aim it at you, an enemy.
Okay.
So the old lady ducks, and you can see that he was going to aim at her, but once he realized she's not a threat, he shoots over at you. It's not too bad. Would be a 17 to hit.
That barely hits.
Barely hits.
That barely hits.
I don't know why
That is my armor class.
Okay. Four damage as this pebble of like icy rock just kind of comes from the sling and hits you across the shoulder.
Rude.
An enemy.
That one that hit as I had brought my crossbow up, I'm going to go ahead and release a shot at that bad mamba jamba. With my crossbow.
All right.
For an 18, ignore the bless. It's not on anymore.
Okay.
18 for 5 piercing.
That hits. Again, you one shot this kobold, so the arrow pierces through his head and he falls backwards out the window with his two buddies kind of taking his place, getting ready to crawl through.
Can I, really quickly before I do a bonus action, can I see, is the eye thing still in the pot?
As you notice, it's actually starting to roll out of the pot. Looks like it's aiming towards not necessarily a fireplace, but some sort of water catch in the side of the building that allows water to come from the roof and into the building to be collected for cooking.
I cast spiritual weapon and aim at it.
All right.
It's a natural 1, so it doesn't hit.
Okay.
But I have it there to hit it if it tries anything else.
All right.
Freaking natural 1 on spiritual weapon, you son of a biscuit block.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate.
That's it hurts my soul, and that's my turn.
Nyx.
Is it still in the pot? Like it's starting to roll out?
Yeah, it's starting to roll out. You can see it's kind of forcing itself to kind of roll out.
I want to bolt, grab the lid of the pot, and slam it over the top of it.
All right. Athletics check.
Shit, can I do acrobatics instead?
Nope.
No, this is
physical force.
yeah. This isn't
No.
agility. This is strength.
Question: has it been an hour since I cast Cat's Grace Enhance Ability?
I'll say it hasn't been an hour yet. I'll give you 2 rounds of Cat's Grace before it runs out.
Okay. So technically, you still have advantage on Dex checks.
This is athletics.
If you have,
though,
I know,
so.
but like if you have to make a Dex check, technically, just be aware.
What the fuck?
Oh shit. Well,
Oh hey, girl.
um,
All right.
I mean, a kitchen is my home.
A kitchen is your home.
give me a perception check as you masterfully move past an enemy, get up to this cauldron of what looks like a soon-to-be stew, and you see the beholder clearly as it's trying to roll out of this pot. And with that perception, you can tell that in his eyes there is a clear sense of fear. He is frightened, or is frightened more than anything else. But you get the pot right on and knock it back into the water. It doesn't look like the pot's gotten to the point to where it's boiling quite yet, so it doesn't look like this creature or anything is going to take any kind of pain. But I'm going to give it
That's fine.
3 rounds before you might need to
Let it out.
let it out, or it might start taking damage.
I just want to trap it. Was that my full action?
That would be a move and a skill check, so yes, unless you have a bonus action.
Bonus action, I manifest one of my blades and I hold it in my hand. I hold it in my hand hidden under the pot so the kobolds can't see it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like pretend like all of my attention is on the pot.
All right. The one of the 2 last kobolds, this one with milky eyes, holds up his hand. No. Nah. Crawls over the window. He doesn't walk any further to the cauldron, but he goes, no.
We got any infernal in there? I say in infernal. Abyssal?
No. Does anyone speak? I think it's Draconic.
No, I don't speak Draconic, and that is what kobolds speak.
Yes. So unless you speak Draconic, you didn't get a word of that.
Celestial? I say in celestial. Do we have this one? This is, I think, a hard no, but...
At that, realizing you're not really responding to his attempt at kobold diplomacy, he takes a dagger out and rushes to you, an enemy, and goes to strike with his little kobold dagger. Almost a crit.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
That hurts.
4 damage as he
Not a lot.
kind of
but-
nips you with the dagger.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine.
The next one, a rather shaky kobold, he sees his buddy attack and runs at you, an enemy, bringing out his dagger to bring it across you. Jeez.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm so sorry, an enemy.
Fine. I can take it.
Oof.
Oh,
Max
I can
damage.
take it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's fine.
An enemy.
to be
Your
fair,
go.
you can take it a lot better than I.
First thing I'm gonna do is my spiritual weapon, which basically just looks like a giant mace.
Actually,
It's like a giant purple mace
Go
is
ahead.
gonna wing forward and like try and bash the head in of
Like
one of the kobolds that's next to me. Because
All right.
you had pack tactics, so that second shot actually should have had advantage. By the way, right?
They have to be next to each other. Pack tactics, don't they?
Aren't they next? They both just tried to stab me.
No, one.
They just moved up.
No, one went to attack Nyx. The other went to attack you.
No, they both attacked.
No,
her.
they both attacked me.
Oh, the first one was supposed to hit Nyx. Was supposed to attack Nyx.
Oh,
But that's fine. I don't want to retcon that kind of thing. So yeah, I guess they're both on you. Which in case, yeah, they would get pack tactics, but obviously they don't need it. So.
Yeah.
I
But thank you for letting me know.
But just in case you get a natural 20, I just want to be fair.
Yeah. I'm gonna check. This.
I just
You're being...
want to be fair.
All right.
I see. Okay, so exactly what would have happened is what happened. So I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to like hit try and use the spiritual mace to try and bash in one of the one's head.
Okay.
Probably the shaky one.
Okay.
The shaky one looks like a douche.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
14 to hit.
Actually, nope, that's a hit.
For 7 force damage.
Head splatters out. It's just your spiritual mace on top of his body as it wobbles back and forth in the last few seconds of its life.
And I'll just kind of look at the other one and be like, do you want me to do it to you? No more stabbing.
His milky eyes kind of circle around his head, but he's still got the dagger. He's leaning back like next chance he gets, he's going to attack you.
All right, I'm just going to reach out and like try and touch his shoulder and say, I tried to warn you, and cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, that's right.
25 for 10.
25
for 10 necrotic.
What happens when you kill a kobold with twice his essence of necrotic energy?
So I just like
this lady's kitchen.
I tried to warn you, and like this purple energy just starts to glow from inside its chest, and like it spreads through the blood veins, and it like just slowly, as the purple fades, it like turns to black as it like turns all of the blood to like nothing, and he just
nice. So
at least he didn't explode.
And at that, you suddenly hear some stirring within the pot.
Fuck, you moved again.
You feel an intense pressure against the top of this pot, Nyx.
I don't like this.
You can keep holding on and make a strength check to hold it down, or you can let go, but there is something pushing the top of this pot.
Hold it, chaos crew.
I'm gonna try and hold it. Because this lady didn't ask for her stew to get whatever this thing is about to do to it.
All right, give me a strength check as the lid of this pot is pushed up with this geyser of nearly hot boiling water, shooting it up out towards the ceiling. The orange beholder inside this tube of water, obviously casting some kind of spell as his eyes are glowing, sending radiating energy out.
That's a strength saving throw? Or just a strength?
Strength. Let's do a strength saving throw because it's whether actually no, it's a check because the idea is you're trying to hold on. You've already decided to hold on despite knowing that this thing's going to shoot through the ceiling.
This is going to be bad for me, but can I use the force of my spider climb to glue me to the ground to try and help this?
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, I see what you did there.
That's fair.
Still not good, but
13.
Still
better
not
than
good.
nothing.
You brought up against the
I did my
roof
best.
with a pretty significant amount of force. And take
stick to the
a
roof.
good 3 damage. You can choose to stick to the roof, the top of the pot, and the geyser of water, which is literally about what was the measurements here, from 50 feet into the air. So the pot lid goes through the roof with the beholder behind it and beds itself in that icy ceiling about 5 feet above the ceiling of this building. And the beholder just kind of floats there underneath it. And then
You said it's 50 feet?
Yeah, geysers up 50 feet. But there's a ceiling, so it's really only about 20 feet up from the ground floor.
Okay.
Does he take any falling damage for like concussing himself on the ceiling?
He is going to take some damage because he hits the lid, but as you can see, his eyes glow again, and he kind of floats down to just on top of the roof, so he's on the ceiling above you. But he definitely took some damage. You felt like he took a little less than you did from the sound of the impact.
Yeah, that's fair.
My pot lid. What are you
Since
doing?
Yeah.
Since it's only 20 feet, can I move my spiritual weapon up? Because it can move 20 feet to, like, try and smack it back into the building. Like, back through the hole.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to attack with it because you already attacked this round with it, but I'd say you can move it, right? Yeah.
Because I can move
Trying
it.
to play pool with.
I'm trying to basically like, flip it back into the.
Oh, with the movement.
Yeah, with the movement of the spiritual weapon.
Make an Arcana
Is it
check.
wrong that I'm picturing your spiritual weapon? Tell me
16?
if you don't want to do this, but I'm picturing it as like a tiny moon that you're using like a mental.
I like that better.
ball.
I'm retconning it. That's what it is.
It's a tiny moon. I like
It's a tiny
moon.
It's like a crescent moon shape.
I love it. All right.
Almost like a
Oh,
boomerang.
you can
not.
scoop way easier now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
that
that's what
is-
my symbol is. My symbol is a crescent moon.
That is.
It's a crescent moon. I was going with a planet, but that's even
Yeah.
funnier.
It's like this, but purple.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're basically making an Arcana check versus his dexterity.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he might be terrible at it.
He's not fantastic. But fantastic enough
But
to
he
not
does
get pushed
it.
back through the hole. So you go, but your mace goes you try to time it to get him as soon as he lands and push it back in, but instead it's bang, and he goes right over the mace, and begins his hop again down the.
Next,
down the
up,
ropes.
up, go. Sorry, man.
I point down to the woman. I'm so sorry about your pot lid. I know the morning of losing a good pot lid. Also, feel free to tell the guards, because this is a beholder, and you don't want to fuck with that. You could totally have died. Oh, goodbye.
At which point I'm just gonna look at her and say, if you like, you can take credit for the kobold kills. It's 10 gold a head, and then I'm gonna try and parkour my way up on top of the roof.
You would still have to move past old Milky Eyes.
Oh, is he still alive?
Yeah, you crushed. You had Milky
that's right.
Eyes, and yeah,
No,
Milky
I
Eyes and
inflict
shakes, and you
wounds.
crushed it. Oh no, that's right. Yeah,
And-
you
and I
melted
inflict
Milky
wounds.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll just tell her.
Liquefied him.
Yeah, I just
My
liquefied
fault,
him.
My fault.
I'll just say, if you want, you can take credit for this. 10 gold ahead, and then I'll try and parkour up onto the roof to
You hear
follow.
me from the roof being like, "Those were our kills."
10 gold ahead, sorry! And I'll-
cover the roof in my pot. As you-
6! Well, that didn't work. I'm just gonna, and I'll just kind of climb through the window.
Do you old man parkour? That's
So-
great. That's great.
I just it doesn't work, and I'm like, I'm just gonna, and I'll just climb through the window that the kobolds came through, and then try and use boxes to clamber up onto the roof.
You try to jump, but can't quite make it, so you just climb through the window.
I'm picturing, the office parkour. It's just bad. It's bad.
What parkour?
Parkour!
I'm not much better on the roof, trying to follow that bouncing.
Alright.
Bouncing.
This is still is it still technically the second round? So she's got this could potentially be Cat's Grace.
This is your last go of Cat's Grace.
Okay.
Cool. I need it.
Roll.
Oh, it's not
You had
better.
one job. One job.
I have
was
a
to roll
+1.
higher than
I
a
rolled
10.
4. It was not a thing.
You fell into somebody else's house. Sorry.
I fell.
I'm going to say that despite y'all's best efforts, the beholder has bounced out from beyond your sights. You can continue tracking him, or we can call it here for the night. I'll leave that up to y'all.
I said they only wanted information. We take back some information, tell them about the
Yeah,
lady.
let's just take them
it's
back.
a miniature beholder.
Yeah, we'll just take it back. We can give a detailed description of what we saw, that it used the wild magic to try and escape, that it's doing that to hide its movements, essentially.
What it looks like, and it's hiding.
Yes, and that it can change its appearance, kind of. It can hide. I don't know how she didn't notice it was in her pot, so I don't. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell that lady she definitely should not eat her pot of stew. There was a beholder in it.
I don't think her pot of stew is anymore. I mean,
it is all over her room. It is all over her kitchen.
Okay, that's a solid point. Maybe I don't go back and try and talk to that lady.
No, I feel like we just don't talk to the lady ever again. We just don't talk to her ever again.
We just ruined her kitchen. I want to say I feel worse.
Hey, but she's gonna get 30 gold for those kobold. She's gonna get 30 gold for that kobold, though. That should fix it.
Which is more than enough for her to get her roof repaired and even get another pot. Plus, in instances like this, after you explain to the guard that the beholder was using the magic caused on his chaos to kind of escape being captured, the guard decides to put another plan into motion. They're going to try a little more surreptitious means to try and catch this thing. Maybe that's the root of all these issues.
It's literally bouncing around. It's not levitating. It's very sad.
It's bouncing it. We've heard it just jumps. We've heard it doesn't really.
Yeah,
beholders are rare.
It bounces and rolls. It's less of a walking and more of a. And honestly, it seemed kind of scared. Yeah, it seemed kind of scared. I could have crushed it. I wish we could have crushed it. I wanted to crush it.
Maybe someone with some seriously good animal handling might have, honestly, a better chance at it. Like, I feel like this guy could be talked down and then captured.
Also, I will say, the kobolds, before we slaughtered them, they tried to talk us down, I think, but we don't speak Draconic, and then they don't speak anything we speak, and we tried. So they tried to talk to us and communicate, probably to tell us what their plans were, but, language barriers. What are you going to do?
I think the kobolds were hunting the beholder.
Either they're hunting it, or they. Also, they had this weird thing on their head that had an eye. So either they're working for it. Oh, Nix, what if Mama Beholder is a big problem that's causing maybe some sickness out in space, or maybe this weird Nova thing that's acting strangely, and this is a baby or a teenager that's running away from home, and these kobolds are tracking it to take it back to its mother.
For Mom, because there are some people who can become friends with the beholder, and then they become the servants of a beholder. We've cracked
maybe something like that.
Open.
Actually, I think that might be exactly what's going on. I think you should really look into that angle of this investigation.
Animal handling and someone who can talk them down.
Yeah, Draconic and animal handling might be your best bets.
All of what you've said has confused me very much.
That's fair.
Are y'all some sort of detective agency?
Yes, we're Nada.
Yes,
we're Nada.
Nada. Are you for hire?
Nada.
Affiliated in a bunch of different
yes, definitely. Yeah, we are for hire. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's 10 gold. I'll pay you 10 gold a day while you're tracking this thing. If you keep giving me information.
We do have a little bit of...
it's 10 gold. Our average fee is 10 gold a day plus expenses. So if we need to get more ammunition, that would be a separate cost, per se.
Don't push it.
All right, 10 gold a day exists. It's just fine. It's fine.
Do you know anyone with good animal handling on hand? I do. Well, no, not. I stab things.
Not many reasons to handle animals around here. We mostly have herd cattle and beast of burden.
There's literally not a shepherd, a sad little shepherd kid with big eyes and a willingness to love all animals.
You want to send that after what you just chased?
No.
I am obviously
no. However, if you do have anyone in your group who happens to be able to speak to dragons and draconic creatures, not that dragons exist because it's a myth,
that would actually be...
but could speak to lizard folk and or kobold, that would be exceedingly helpful, because it would be nice to know what they were saying. And
Or like, does any of you have like those ear thingies that you can stick on your ear that like?
Oh, the
translate
translator, like a
the
universal
language
translator.
translator.
Yes.
The translators and the reason I've been
No,
on the
you don't-
fritz for a while lately.
That's
It doesn't have to
unfortunate.
be
Seems
universal.
like
If
a
one could just
system-wide
load up
issue.
Draconic.
Oh, a DivNet
Just
problem.
Draconic.
Useful, of course. Okay. Thank you. Well, but we are on the case, and 10 gold a day. We will once a day. We will come back with information. How about that? Unless we're on an
Capture
extended
it or
thing
kill
where
it.
or it's like an extended thing where we can't just leave and come back. Like we have to stay on its tail. At which point we will come back when we have information and give a detailed listing of how much time we spent. Just so that you're aware of how many days.
I've written out a requisition form of like our expenses and what we did today, and it's like all written in like crayon of like the things that we did.
I'll take this under serious advisal.
I mentioned in detail how we stabbed 5 of them.
Oh, how is Rakuthu's anger problem better? Yes.
Much better. He says that picture actually calms him down for something about the smell, I believe he said.
Yes, exactly the intention.
Honestly,
yes.
I mean, sometimes you just need to sit down and have a talk, like nice, calming discussion about.
And you should
and,
see
like,
a marketable improvement. It should continue to grow.
Well, thank you. Either way,
All right,
I look
we'll
forward to hearing
be back
from
tomorrow.
Nada in the future.
I need a shower.
Yes, let's go back to the ship.
I'm
Take a
covered
shower.
in stew.
We need to check your
dripping.
hooves for sweat. Also, maybe just a little prayer. A bit of prayer,
Who doesn't need more prayer in school?
Well, not in schools. Prayer has no place in schools. But in the privacy of my own chambers, I can pray as much as I want.
That's fair. I thought we were in school.
No, darling, we're not in school.
Oh yeah, business. We work together. Right.
We work.
I'm employed.
You are employed. That is correct. Oh, darling. All right, thank
I
you.
am
Thank you.
official.
Goodbye. We shall see you tomorrow.
I am an adult. Goodbye.
The door shuts behind y'all. Y'all begin heading back to the shuttle. Unless there's any other RP you want to take care of, we'll call it now.
Yeah, before we go to sleep, we're not going to go to the med bay to inspect her hooves, so I'm actively avoiding the friendship bracelet discussion. But
It'll be waiting.
before I go to sleep, I would like to pray to Our Lady of Dreams, to see if just say, Our Lady of Dreams, if you so will it, please, if you could give me a sign, just of something. If maybe it is a baby beholder hiding from its mummy beholder, or maybe it's weak and injured and trying to regain strength. Just if you could get some sort of guidance as to the relationship between this beholder creature and the kobold. And awkwardly, silent, and then right, dreams. Good night. And I'll just start taking off my armor and stuff and getting ready to go to bed.
All right. Anything Nyx wants to handle before going to bed?
Nyx goes and has a lovely luxurious shower, which she somehow she has to do some serious acrobatics to actually wash all of herself because her arms are only so long and her butt is very large.
All right.
Big booty.
Yeah, she big to hooves.
She's a thick lady.
Is a very detailed inspection of her hooves because she is still paranoid at this point. She's deeply paranoid. She's gonna do a subtle DivNet check about sweating hooves
And venereal disease.
and venereal disease. She's like, I have literally not bubbed uglies ever. I don't understand.
Give me a investigation check. All right. So using the DivNet, you type in sweaty hooves, venereal disease, and you're getting a lot of articles that are saying that there's no correlation between the two. That sweaty hooves is more often a sign of more often a sign of lack of outdoor activity. They call it the space.
See, that's
hoof.
just straight up bullshit. I'm always out. I trust nothing on that.
Nothing on the DivNet. Trust
Anyways.
nothing on the DivNet.
They said the
That's not
DivNet
in
was on the
DivNet.
fritz. They said the DivNet was on the fritz. It's like Wikipedia. Anyone can edit it.
Conspiracy. I'm gonna head to the kitchen and I'm going to make a stew because all that stew has made me hungry for stew.
Right. And make a charisma check for me, an enemy.
Charisma.
Charisma. Or arcana, however you feel like your connection to your goddess is. Charisma's kind of like a religion thing, where arcana is more of a, I guess, a spiritual
4.
thing. Or,
I was like, I can do a religion check if you want.
You
That's
have-
12. Actually, it's a +2, so it would be a 6.
I
But
forgot there was a religion skill. All right. 12. No, 12 works. It's perfect. Oh no, it would have been. That's right. It would have been 6.
it would have been a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been a 6.
Either way, your dream, you get no direct message or sign or anything like that. Instead, you have almost a nightmarish vision of just turbulent winds, and you kind of being caught in them, unable to give yourself any kind of control within these winds, just buffered and blown around. Unfortunately, that dream carries you through the night.